All right, this is Frankie Hill and Jake Bradley, and we're going to talk about Jake's past for a little bit, and we're going to give you guys some insight on the way we grew up and skated back then. And so here we go. So first of all, thank you, Jake, for taking some time, man. You know, this is priceless. Thank you. All right, so first question is, me and Kit used to show up at your house, and I remember we used to sit there and wait for you and, you know, Brandon to basically get ready to go out and skate. And tell us a little bit about, you know, what would happen during those mornings.
Well, let me just talk real quick about that house that you said that you went to. That house was like a one-of-a-kind house in the world. That house, real quick, my mom thought it up. Met my brother's dad, Dan Dominguez, and he was a carpenter. So my mom thought it up, and he built it. And that house was 4 stories high. It was the reason why I went to Santa Barbara City College for like 6 years, because that was like my backyard. It was basically across the street. There was a baseball field right below Santa Barbara City College, and it was 3 blocks from the harbor. It's like, anybody talks about fireworks being cool, there's never going to be a good firework for me than there was when I was living at that house. When I could sit on the 3rd story on a deck with a drink in hand and a chair and watch the fireworks basically go up over my... That house, I used to joke with my daughter, because I get lottery tickets and stuff, and I always say, if I win a lottery, the money is to buy back that Santa Barbara house. Yeah, Santa Barbara house. I could bike with my surfboard down to Ledbetter Beach and go longboard surfing there. I could also get drunk at home, walk downtown, get drunker downtown, and walk on because I was so close by. So that house was pretty much where I grew up my younger life, and that house was 3 blocks from the beach. And what we used to do, we used to go skate. You know, Kit Erickson, someone that, you know, is missed, that, was a big, like, you know, one of my skating bros back in the past. There was also someone else, Mike Dominguez.
Correct.
Also when I had met him and his brothers, and we became brothers, and me and him used to go street skating down at the beach all the time as well.
Correct.
That was some good times. There was just like no rules or restrictions or limits to anything at that point. It was just such an early time in life. It was before, you know, things got crazy and you know, but it was, there wasn't as much violence, it seemed like. There wasn't as much like drugs and, you know, shady characters and, you know, just, you know, bad, shady people in general, you know, at those times, you know. More of a cleaner time in life. And we used to come down. Brand Chapman would also cruise over, and you and Eric and Kit, we used to go street skating right down there. Our favorite spot was right down there, right at where the wharf is. They had like these cute little banks that we used to like board slide and lip slide and stuff on just the cement, just old school style. Any kind of embankment. We found there's little spots down there too with like little banks, but this is way before the skate park was built down there. The skate park would have been like our backyard if it was there at that time, but we basically had to make our own skate park at that time in life.
That's right, man. That was some priceless times, man. I remember, you know, me and Kit would basically show up with our little scrubby clothes on, and Brandon and you guys used to dress so stylish and, like, you know, get all like primed up to go out. And, you know, just to give everybody a little bit of insight, we used to skate down towards the beach, and me and Kit used to watch you and Brandon ollie up those picnic tables and ollie gaps, and you know, you and Brandon were the front runners. And just to give a little bit more insight, Jake also was really good at vert skating. I mean, he had mini ramp down, vert, killing it.
Yeah, mini ramp was my thing. Vert, on the other hand, I mentioned on Rob Washburn's birthday that he was a big influence in my life growing up skateboarding, and he was always the shit to me because he knew how to skateboard.
Yeah.
Rob Washburn, more, those guys knew how to like pop out airs on vertigo, which is astounding to me. You know, I like that stuff. I like watching little guys surfing fucking huge waves, or guys skating vert going in the air and coming back down. And I even said to Rob that, you know, it doesn't just take balls to do it. It takes skill. You have to know how to pop it right and land it right to do anything in general. And it is really hard to skate vert. I've always had really respect for people that, you know, knew how to do it, because I said it takes more than balls. It takes some kind of crazy knowledge too.
Absolutely. So at the end of the day, you were good at street, you were good at vert, you were doing good in contests, you were next on the chopping block to get a pro deck, and you know, just touch base on a little bit about, you know, what happened at that time.
That was when I was like, I think a senior at Santa Barbara High School, and we used to have like skate jams whereabouts around, you know, different schools and stuff, and yeah, I was always one of the top-notch guys doing the cool things, you know. I mean, you know, there's stuff that, you know, it took a crazy skill. You know, I got that with me and Brandon were trying to feed up like Nodus Kalpis that was able to ollie onto, you know, big things. There was a contest that I did, and I ollied onto a car. You know, that was like some cool stuff at that time. But when I had just won a mini ramp contest in Arizona, a week later is when I had a freak accident and I got hit by a two-seat bicycle on my skateboard on Carrillo and Chapala, and it put me into coma for a week, and it was hard, but I came out of it only pretty much to a certain extent. You know, what I was talking about on our last interview that I couldn't really describe as enough for this, what I meant about skateboarding always changing and always advancing. And what I meant was, it's like what we were doing then was hella cool and ahead of the time. But nowadays, it's like, have you seen, you know, a bunch of X Games skateboarding? It's like, oh, get the freak out of here.
Yeah.
Or, you know, or Pista, I mean, get the freak out of here. He is, you know, technically awesome. And that's what I meant as, you know, skateboarding has always been advancing, you know. Before our time, it was like slides and cars on embankments, you know. And then when it went to our thing, it was more like ollie and grab and stuff into embankments. And then people took it advanced like you to the next stage was you like doing kick flips over stuff. And then now there's Sam Baptista doing McTwists over fucking fire hydrants.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. So at the end of the day, you know, you kind of had a freak accident back then, right when you were about to ready to get your pro deck. So at the end of the day, 30 years later,
Yeah.
30 years.
You know, I think it's didn't our mark past 35? 35?
Yeah, it might be about like 35.
It was 35, so.
But we're gonna.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead.
Garrett never got. I mean, it would have been great to have gone into the pro skateboarding world, and I would have probably traveled to so many different places that, like, I will never ever, you know, have a, you know, choice or option to see. You know, my life would have been a lot different. But you know, you can't predict life. Life's really weird, and it's, you know, hard to jump obstacles and keep still going forward. But I'm still here doing the best I can with that, whatever it is I'm doing. I've still, been skateboarding in, the later times in my life, and I wouldn't say it's only because of skateboarding, but at the point in my life, my body's kind of breaking down on just, maybe old injuries and just more advanced injuries. I've been doing hard labor work pretty much my whole life, and that takes a lot of inner strength to give yourself the power to lift whatever you have to lift, move whatever you have to do, so I think I got the advantage because I thought it was so cool that you're still pretty much to me an active present pro skateboarder on the advertising and board sales that you do, that you continued on. With me, I never got to do that, so I brought it to you like, what, I if it's possible, if we could just maybe do this. What happened is, to me, these graphics that have been picked for on board was pretty much, it's the PAL board that never got made. It's the one that was somehow not produced. And it's obviously we're gonna go with Jake the Snake, and it's the snake with the bones. This guy being full total PAL style, but this is on Hill skateboards now. Okay, so let me make that clear.
Yeah.
But
so I'm happy that it's coming out.
And I'm excited. It makes me feel good, and it gives me a sense of gratifying hope. That's what I live off of. Everything's pretty much hope things will work out in the best way they can with everything I do and comes at me and that I have to go through and protecting my 9-year-old daughter Paisley Bradley as well and what she has to do in life, and I just appreciate that, and I'm still here and I'm still rocking and rolling.
That's right, man. So Hill Skateboards is coming out with a Jake Bradley deck, and I couldn't be more happy to have this thing come out. And that's basically it, you guys. So you guys got a good look at Jake Bradley. Stoked, killing it as always. Never gonna never gonna fade Jake, man. He's forever. So I'm happy to have this thing come out, man. And
Take good care of myself.
Absolutely.
That's how you live. You gotta eat right. You gotta breathe right. You gotta sleep right. You gotta work right. You gotta live life in general the right way. Or the best thing. Think of the right way.
Makes sense. All right. Well, Jake, man, we're gonna have this deck come out. We're stoked.
For people to purchase the Jake Bradley board, what are they gonna have to do if they want to get the Jaker model?
Well, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to promote it on Facebook and Instagram a little bit. And I think they're probably going to go really fast. So.
Okay, thank you for being my technical guy too, because technical difficulties is like,
No, I feel you, man. All right. Well, Jake, thanks for having, I'm happy to have you on here, and I'm sure we'll be doing some more of this stuff in the future, man. So thank you very much, Jake.
I'm down for it.
Right on, man. Take care, man.
All right, bro.
Take care, man.
Peace.
All right.
Peace out.
Peace out, man.